Hello, this is Michele Knight. This is the astrological update for Gemini for the whole of March 2017. And we have a massive month of deepest importance, and that's because Venus, the planet of love, is going retrograde, is going backwards, teaching us all a very important lesson and bringing about great change for us. But let me start at the beginning. And in the beginning, and let me just tell you first of all, the theme of this month for you is all about social networking, who you consider your tribe to be, the groups, the ideas, the ideologies that shape you as a human being, who you feel connected to. And who we're connected to is incredibly important because it enhances our energy, it draws things to us. And if we're mixing with the wrong crowd, you probably know at certain points in your life, if you've mixed with the wrong crowd, things go wrong for you and things don't work and nothing flows. And also, we tend to put our ideas into certain things, our belief system into certain things, and that takes up a lot of our life energy. So it's crucial. No man is an island, and who we kind of consider our tribe, our gang, our mates is important. And this month, you're going through a whole reevaluation of that, what you believe in, what you feel that you're a part of, what groups represent you, who you work with, who you collaborate with, and all of that jazz. So, that is the main focus of this month, and it is incredibly important and not something that you can get away from. Even if you're not interested in it, it's coming your way for you to deal with. Even if we start at the beginning of the month on the 1st, for instance, the moon is in that position, conjunct Venus, Mars, and Uranus. All in that position of the energy of groups of people. There must be something going on with you right now. I mean, it could be the opposite, actually. Maybe you haven't found your tribe, you haven't found the right people to collaborate with. If that's the case, on the 1st, you've got a very good chance of finding a group of people or a way of getting your idea out there. In fact, on the 1st, if you want to do anything on a social networking front, you could go viral. It's got all the energy you want. It's about feeling part of the whole as well. Sometimes we forget that we're part of the whole. We feel that we're a little, seed floating about on our own, when actually we're a very important cog in the wheel of life. And each of us human beings in the world is connected. Even if you never spoke to another human being again, just walking down the street, you can influence someone. You can influence them because you might be walking down the street. You don't want to speak to anyone, you're a hermit. Someone walks past you and they look at you and you look just like their ex or just like their school friend that they went to school with 20 years ago. And so they go home and they email that friend. We have an influence on each other without even knowing. And, it's a great idea to focus on how you see yourself in the world and what energy you're putting out there at the moment. And also the people around you. Are you mixing with people that are putting out love, that are putting out harmony, that have the greater good of humanity on their mind? Or are you mixing with people that are kind of bringing you down because you're picking up their negative energy? Anyway, back to the original thing. On the 1st, you can put positive energy out there because the world is receptive to your ideas. On the 3rd, we have Jupiter opposite Uranus, which is quite a big deal. There's a part of you that wants freedom. And in fact, probably you will find that there is something that you've been a part of that you want freedom from. And you're willing to, you find your happiness in any way. And you might find yourself being much more rebellious than usual this month to go after whatever your happiness is. Now on the 4th, Venus, as I said, is going retrograde, is going backwards. It's making you look at some of the things you've invested your time in over the years. It's worth thinking about. So if you had to say, out of all your life, which group of people or what ideas have you invested the most in and what have you got out of them? And are they a reflection of who you are today? And what's changed since then? And what do you want to change today to make your future what you want it to be. Who do you want to mix with? If I had a magic wand and I said, okay, I'm going to wave this magic wand, in 5 years' time you're with this bunch of people doing this, what would it be? All of these things are coming to the surface. Now there's a grand fire trine on the 10th, which makes you feel very powerful about your relationships in general. Could be actually that you're settling down with someone or about to have a long-term relationship, or you're with someone and it's changing your perception and helping you stretch and grow and see things in different ways. Now on the 11th, it's an important day for you in terms of healing some stuff connected to your career. Mercury is conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer. So there may be a very important conversation on the 11th about your work and your career and how you see yourself in connection, your self-esteem in your career. And there could be a big healing there. On the 12th, the full moon is in your position of home and family, trining Pluto, the Lord of transformation, in your power and powerless zone. There should be a big family healing coming up on the 12th, or an opportunity to move or change or transform in some way. And it feels good, but it's quite, what is the word? It's quite final. So it's the end of a cycle, the beginning of a new cycle, and you moving forward, feeling more powerful. Perhaps if there was something in your childhood that made you feel powerless, or the way a parent was, possibly even your mother, there's some healing that you can do with that energy on that day, because you're feeling that the time has come really for you to step forward and be your own family and choose your family in terms of who you mix with, like your friends, etc., etc. Mercury is conjunct Venus on the 18th, and that's a great day to meet a new tribe or mix with some people that are going to help you in a PR aspect. The 11th house is also about publishing, friendships, teamwork, tribes, as I keep banging on about tribes. But that day there is a conversation and you could fall in love with a new idea, a new bunch of people, or find people to collaborate with on a project that really get you and you get them. Mercury is square Pluto on the 24th. Avoid power struggles. It's also in opposition to Jupiter. You're feeling that you just want to be free to express yourself and do what you want to do. Mercury's pushing you to say a lot of stuff. I mean, you've got Mercury kind of on the 11th. Mercury is doing the Chiron thing about your career, and then you've got Mercury squaring Saturn on the 12th. So you're trying to balance career and relationships. Then you've got Mercury entering the position where all the energy is focused on this month, which is about teams. You could actually find yourself leading a team or having a powerful voice in a team around that time. And then Mercury is squaring Pluto and you're like, no, I'm not going to be powerless on the 24th. But you might go over the top in your drive not to feel powerless and not to back down. You might find that you're going to extremes, so watch that. On the 28th, we have a new moon in that position of groups of people. I mean, the energy couldn't be more strong in that area. And that is when you can maybe see where some of these changes are taking place, what new people, new ideas, new learning you're going to take up, and what you're going to kind of put your energy into, what you're going to make the next chapter of your life. You have got several weeks though to heal whatever's been going on and leave and change and transform. It doesn't have to be overnight, even though your ruler may be encouraging you to make rash choices. The main thing about this month is you need to think about it so that you can use that energy to move forward in a way that's helpful to you, so that you find the right people. But joyfully, the universe is going to start sending people who are very different and who are very right for you, and your beliefs and your mind is opening up and you're finding the right people to be with. So all in all, focus on that and you can't go wrong. Let me know what happens. It's really exciting. It's very intense for all of us in our different ways. And if I were you, I'd also listen to your moon and rising sign just to totally clarify. All right, take care and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks for listening. And please, if you haven't yet, it'd be great if you could subscribe, share, like, or comment. Take care. See you next week.